Happy Thursday, YouTube. And I wanted to do a video real quick before I forgot. And I'm 36 years old, and I could truly say that dating in your 30s is ghetto. Like, it's just whoever you with, if y'all love each other, stay together. I don't promote toxicity, but it's really ghetto out here. And I have not been on a date in almost 2 years that I told y'all about the dude, 50 Shades of Grey. That was that nickname I gave him. But yeah, I haven't been on a date since then because I haven't met anyone interesting. Also, I thought I met someone interesting last Friday. And one thing about men, they are constantly evolving. Like, I cannot figure them out. Personally. Like, for me, it was raining men from 13, the age of I wasn't doing nothing until 18, but just guys that gravitated to me and getting a date like that, I would say from ages 13 to 29, like just raining men or whatever. And since I turned 29, it's like I still get dudes, but not as much as I used to. And I think a lot of women now, the good thing that I like about being in my 30s, I'm much more selective. So, like, and I wanted to briefly talk about that. Like, when I was in my 20s and teens, if a guy was interested, he'll call you, he'll text you. But now it's like the same rule does apply, but not as much. So I feel like we live in a world of not talking is acceptable and people prefer texting. But for me, I prefer calling because I could tell a lot by a person through their conversation, right? So on Friday, I went out to see Lunel at the Apollo. And so I hung out at the Victoria Theater restaurant, which is very exclusive and is very nice. I went with a family member, and it was nice. We the food was good. The bill was kind of high, and the agreement was because I paid for the tickets, she was going to pay for the dinner. And so we're looking at this bill, it came up to $211, and I'm like, what? Even though she's a drinker, but still, I just felt like it shouldn't have been that much. I only had 2 drinks. We had no appetizers, no dessert, right? Just, she had what I had plus collard greens. Salmon was this small. Collard greens and cornbread, and that came up to $211. So this guy that was by himself, he was talking with us, and he paid the whole bill, the whole $211. And before he did that, I gave him my number. He seemed cool. I said, let's exchange numbers. So you would think he would call whatever. I called him twice, no answer. He's an attorney. He claims he's busy, but obviously he's not interested, right? So that's the frustration of, at this point, because I had texted him, we were supposed to meet up yesterday. So I texted him like, listen, it's raining. I don't really like hanging out after work. That was just a one-time thing, because Lunel came for one night only. So I was telling him like, I'm good for the weekend. Maybe we could do something for the weekend. No response. So I wanted to ask my ladies out there, do y'all go through the same thing? You exchange numbers with a guy, you think it's cool, and then he just kind of goes ghost. But now with this story is very odd because he paid $211. And I'm thinking, well, maybe he did it and he was drunk and didn't realize. But then I texted him, like, thank you for paying the bill. And he responded, yes. Like, so he confirmed. And that by that time, he should have been sober when I texted him that. But it's like, it's just going to show me just because a guy is nice, that don't mean he's interested. Just because, so it's like, it's hard to tell nowadays. And then you have men that shower you with gifts and do all of this, and they still not interested. So it's like, I could truly say I do not get men. I thought I did. I thought I knew it all. And this is why I'm single, because I don't get you guys. I don't get you. I don't understand. Shaking my head. Why would you pay $211 and you're not interested? Thoughts and concerns. Please like, comment, and subscribe.